Hey everyone. So I'm at the new property and I just wanted to answer a few questions about a couple of different subjects that you guys had in one of my recent videos. And we've actually got the painters here working on the outside of the house. I'm going to give you a sneak preview at the end to kind of what we're doing paint-wise on the house. But first of all, on the video talking about creating my new channel and why I did that, I think it kind of got misconstrued. I wasn't starting a new channel because I got my feelings hurt, because I was sad about people unsubscribing. I understand that with a channel this size, you're going to get people unsubscribing all the time. Now, I know you guys were throwing out there different theories, one that YouTube unsubscribes people all the time. That may or may not be the case, I don't know. But what I do realize when I look through my analytics is the unsubscribes are coming only on videos, almost only, on videos that I don't have a specific gardening subject. And so that's why I did the channel. So I appreciate all the comments and suggestions and maybe reasons why, and those could very well be true, but I'm starting the new channel because it will give me more freedom to do what I want to do and not just be limited, because YouTube's algorithms are very strict and they only push out videos that kind of match your theme. So we got a new theme and everything should be okay. Now on to the next very popular question, comment. It's no secret that California is in a drought right now. California has cyclical droughts. I've lived here all my life and I know that drought is followed by times of plentiful rain, and times of plentiful rain are followed by drought. It is a cycle. And so the main question slash concern was, how are you going to be building all of these gardens, English garden, Japanese garden, all these gardens, how are you going to water them? Well, it really goes to priorities and what you choose to water and how you choose to water them. I will tell you that at my other property, my old house, the lawns, even though they weren't that big, they took way more water than the rest of my gardens combined. We're not going to have hardly any lawn here. Very little. Also, a lot of what I'm going to be doing, especially first, is the Mediterranean garden and the vegetable garden, which don't take a lot of water. In fact, Mediterranean by default is low water, drought tolerant gardening. So that will be fine. In the English garden, there are a lot of California natives and other drought tolerant plants that can be mixed and matched with plants that take more water, such as delphiniums and all the traditional cottage garden-y type plants. So, and also the fact that I water with drip, that saves a ton of water right there. I mulch heavily, that saves a ton of water right there. And I think a lot of the plants that people see me growing, like in my tropical garden, they look like they would need to be have monsoons of rain to flourish. And they really don't. My entire tropical garden back at my other house was on drip system, just like the vegetables. It took no more water than the vegetables. In fact, it took less, because hidden in all that rock work were containers that they were growing in, filled with very absorbent soil, filled with water-saving polymers, and like I said, on drip. So I don't think, yes, this is going to take a lot more water than my old house just because it's more acreage, right? But I think you might be surprised when you see some of the ideas that I'm going to be incorporating to make something like an English garden look more lush and like it takes more water than it actually will. And I'm going to be sharing all of those ideas because I know whether you're in California, Oregon, Texas, there's droughts in a lot of places. Even northerners have droughts, maybe not as severe as this, but it's all relative. Not to mention, I'm going to be practicing a lot of water catchment and gray water use, and I'll be showing all of that to you as well. But there's one brainstorm that I am particularly proud of that I had the other day, and I want to show you because I'm planning a lot of hedging to divide up the gardens. English gardens have a lot of, boxwood hedge, that type of thing. Boxwood, to get it to grow quickly and to make it look lush, it takes quite a bit of water. So I actually came up with a drought-tolerant way to have a hedge that requires almost no water at all. Let me go show you what that idea is. Have you guys seen this succulent before? It's called an elephant bush, and you may have grown it as a houseplant, depending on where you live. But this bush, I was sitting here, it's in this roundabout in the succulent area by our driveway, and I was sitting in the car waiting for Emily one day, and I looked at it, and I thought, these leaves look a lot like boxwood leaves. And I thought, I wonder if you trim this and train it, if you could make a hedge out of this. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I looked online and I actually found people who used this and actually made hedges out of it. And it looked very similar to a boxwood, but takes probably 1/10 of the water. So it's going to be ideas like that that are going to save water and allow me to do the types of things around here I want to do without being so constrained and confined to, is this going to take a lot of water? It's going to allow me to create gardens that typically would take a lot of water and regular rainfall, something we don't have at all, and to actually make them in a different way. And I'll be sharing all those ideas with you as we go along. So as you can see, there's tape around those windows. So I'm going to give you a quick sneak preview to the house and what we're doing to spruce up the outside, and at least in the beginning, with paint. Don't pay attention to the heap of trash. I think that goes tomorrow. But if you see over there, from here over, that's a different color than this. So this is the new color. We're doing a black on white color palette or color combination, whatever you want to call it. So the house is going to be white. The trim on the edge of the roof and around the windows is all going to be black. I'm going to be making shutters. So on the other channel, on our homestead channel, if you guys want to learn how I'm going to be doing this or watch me do it, I'm going to be making shutters for the windows, these 3 black shutters, black window boxes, and that's going to give the front of this house, which could be, ranch style homes can be pretty plain. And so I'm going to hopefully be sprucing that up with pops of color against the black and white house. Our idea for black and white was not only is it, a popular farmhouse color, especially right now, it's very trendy. We like the look of it, and we also like the fact this is a background of the gardens, really. And so we wanted the gardens to stand out and not necessarily the house. So that was kind of our decision-making process for the color scheme of the house. One thing we're asking the painter about is the roof is actually a concrete shingle roof, which is great for fire. And we're thinking, I'm going to try to do a Photoshop of it once the walls are painted white. We're thinking of painting the roof color with a concrete paint or stain black as well. So let me know what you think about that. I think it would probably look pretty good, especially with all of the black trim. And most of the roof is covered with solar panels anyway, which are black.